Hi, my name is Jeff Hunt, and I'm part of a team of sports scientists, coaches, athletes, computer programmers, and mathematicians who developed Restwise. Our goal in doing so was to provide coaches and athletes with a simple yet accurate way of understanding how athletes are recovering from the demands of training. In short, we wanted to provide a reasonable approximation of the information that you would get were you able to do laboratory testing on every athlete every day. Now importantly, Restwise is not based on any new science. Rather, we tapped into the vast body of research that has been done on recovery and made it accessible to you. So, why is this important? As a coach, you understand that it is the balance between training and rest that lead to improved conditioning and ultimately performance. You also appreciate that recovery needs are a function not only of training volume and intensity, but also of life stresses, as well as the activities an athlete does in between workouts that can either promote or hinder recovery. As such, it is a huge challenge to predict the recovery needs of an individual in an optimized conditioning program. With Restwise, we believe we've addressed that challenge. Over the next few minutes, I'd like to show you the Restwise Coaches platform. But first, the way it works from an athlete's perspective is the athlete answers 12 questions each day through the Restwise website or one of the Restwise smartphone applications. Restwise looks at that day's answers, compares them to the athlete's individual baselines, and generates a recovery score. As their coach, you can then log into Restwise and see all of the athlete's information in one place. Let me walk you through it. Upon login, you come to a dashboard that lists all of your athletes. The next column over puts up a red flag if an athlete is injured, or an orange flag if the athlete is ill. The next column shows the recovery score for that day against a color-coded background. Like most of the columns, they can be sorted by clicking on the column header. In this case, I've just sorted from low to high, quickly revealing which athletes are overreaching. There are a few things you can do in response to this information. First, you can hover over the read column to see if the athlete has left any notes that can be helpful in explaining what's going on. Next, you can closely monitor the athlete in the coming days by choosing to have the score and the charts emailed to you as soon as they are submitted by the athlete. Finally, you can email the athlete from within Restwise. You can do this for a single athlete, or you can send the same message to multiple athletes by clicking more than one box, hitting email, completing the message, and clicking send. There are a few other things I'll point out. You can look at any date by changing the date in this box. You can also filter by different groups. For example, you may want to look at different positions, different lines, or athletes who are preparing for a different event separately. To create a group, simply go to the Settings tab, click Add a new group, name the group, select Members, and click Save. Next, we'll go to the chart view. The chart view allows you to visualize your athlete's information over time. For any selected date range, you can view the athlete's average scores against a color-coded background. This helps you quickly understand how your athletes as a whole are responding to a periodized training plan, or simply holding up to the demands of training, competition, travel, and other life stresses. Note that you can export scores and inputs into a CSV file, which can be useful in comparing to your training plans. You can view charts for your athletes overall, or you can break them up into the groups that you may have created. You can even drill down to an individual athlete. For the individual athlete, the default view shows the total score and highlights conditions such as injury and the first day of menses. You can also view, for an athlete, the individual components that made up a score. So, for example, you can determine that on this day the thin red bar indicates inadequate sleep, which you can confirm by checking the sleep box and charting sleep against the total recovery score. And if you really want to get into the details, you can see exactly how an athlete answered each question for a given day by going to that athlete's Enter Data tab. Next, I'll show you the Alerts tab. Alerts are particularly useful when you're not able to log into Restwise, or if you're a staff member who won't log in every day but needs to know if something is wrong. We have alerts for low recovery score, illness, injury, dehydration, failure to enter data, and the onset of menstruation. For each of these, you can set the threshold that triggers the alert and the time when the system checks to see how many athletes have met that condition. Then it assembles each of those athletes into a list and sends them to you in an email, or if you're outside of the United States, in an email or an SMS message. So that's the quick overview. In summary, Restwise lets you monitor multiple athletes' recovery in real time on a daily basis, no matter where you or your athletes happen to be. You can log in and dig into the details, or just set it up to tell you if there's a problem. Hello again. If you've made it this far, I hope it's because you share our excitement for the possibilities that Restwise opens up. If so, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact us through the information you'll find in the Ask Us section of the website, and of course you can learn more on the website, including how to set up a free coach account and how our athlete pricing works. Really appreciate your time, and we hope to hear from you.